everyone, and welcome to Sand Creek Park for CTN's coverage of the Section 7 4A softball tournament. It's round 2 as the number 2 Anoka Tornadoes host the number 3 Coon Rapids Cardinals. Joe Young, Howie Shapiro behind home plate in the start of a long day at Sand Creek. There you see the top 8 moving into this round for the top 4. Forest Lake and Blaine on the other field. Coon Rapids and Anoka all still trying to stay undefeated. The top 4 teams in the tournament coming in.
Joe, this should be a great game. An 8-4 win earlier in the season by Anoka. But, you know, the Cardinals certainly have been hitting the ball well. And come to this game very optimistic that they can move past these Tornadoes.
Cam Schmelzer digging in to lead off the order for the Cardinals. Offers it a bunt, and it ends up at the backstop, 1-1.
Yeah, that pitch being up in the zone, but Cam had committed.
Kaylee Hasbrook at third base, a good 15, 20 feet in. This one chopped and spins foul back to the catcher, Backman.
Cam hitting .338. Called her out. Must have hit her out of the box, I guess. That's what our official.
That's a tough first out.
Yep.
Look at the order. Schmelzer out number 1. Sam Lum digging in. Abby Graham behind her. Then Meg Scheck. Designated player Elia Johnson hitting 5th. Kennedy Kerr, Jade Gomez, Julia Byrne, and Evan Uland round out the order for Coach Zach Nienaber.
Sam, he's been hitting it even .500 on this season. Coach Desinoski told me that Peyton Zach, who's on the mound for Anoka, been pitching really well as of late, coming in with a 1.33 ERA. 15 strikeouts in 21 innings pitched.
Sam chops that one foul back to the backstop. Cardinals shaking up the number scheme a little bit, wearing their throwback jerseys.
Yeah, just when we figured it out.
Round 2 of the tournament. Long behind in the count, 1-2. Pops this one beyond third. King back from short to record the relatively easy out, and 2 gone for the Cardinals in the top of the first. There's a look at the defense behind Zach. Rena Scheinecker is her catcher. Kelsey Jindra at first. Gina Wilson at second. Jenna King is at shortstop. Kaylee Hasbrook at third. Schlenker, Bright, and Micklin patrol the outfield. Abby Graham trying to keep the Cardinals alive here in first inning. This one popped up behind home plate. Playable from third. And the out along the fence by Kaylee Hasbrook. So the Cardinals go down in order. We go to the bottom of the first. You're watching Section 7 4A softball on CTN.
I will not be news today. I will not make another push to be the first man in space with frosted tips and a puka shell necklace. And I will not go viral when my terror is caught on camera when I finally realize that in the vacuum of space, no one can hear you sing. I'm Lance Bass, and I will not be trending today because there is a much bigger story that needs to be heard.
Back in Sand Creek Park, Sam Lom taking the pitcher's circle for the start of the first inning. Lom coming into the season was seen as one of the Cardinals' strengths. Returning a very strong young pitcher, an outstanding freshman year, and then injured early on. But the Cardinals did well in her stead, and now she's back in full strength for the playoffs. Here's a look at Anoka's order to try and attack her. Peyton Zach will lead off the opposing pitcher, followed by Raina Schlenker. Caitlin Backman, the catcher, hitting third. Jenna King is the shortstop. Lexi Tongsager is the designated player in the number 5 spot. Kelsey Gindra, Gina Wilson, Kaylee Hasbrook, and Erin Micklett. And the skipper, someone we're very familiar with, in Tony Jezinoski.
Yeah, I had a good chance to talk with Tony yesterday. Of course, Tony was the Coon Rapids girls basketball coach at one point and worked with us at CTN, and she was a great help here. Sent me stats, did everything, took good care of us at CTN, and we really appreciate it.
Her team with a chance to hit after eliminating the Cardinals in order in the top of the first inning. Sam Lom toes the rubber and comes home. And a called strike right at the letters for Peyton Zach.
Lom, who is, you had mentioned, used sparingly in the beginning of the season, does have a 3-1 record with a couple of saves and a 3.69 earned run.
This one popped back and out of play. And she's quickly ahead 0-2.
Zach steps to the plate, hitting .583 on the season. 12 at-bats, 7 hits.
That one way upstairs, but Lom with some throws to burn. Zach not going to chase one up over the rim of her helmet.
Zach coming back from being injured.
This one right down the zone. She got it. The left side is short. Kehr's throw across is in time for out number 1.
A nice job by Kennedy Kehr. She's able to make that throw across the diamond to Gomez, and it was a bang play.
Look at the Cardinals on defense. Gomez, Sheck on the right side. Kennedy Kehr at short. Julia Byrne at third. Alex Wright is playing left field. Cam Schmelzer in the middle, and Evan Uland is out in right. Abby Graham is catching for Sam Lom. Now the left fielder, Raina Schlenker. Looks at a pitch up high, 1-1.
Good big first out. Cardinals wanted to get that first out under their belts here this opening inning. Just off the outside portion of the plate.
Start of a long day here at Sand Creek. Either way, they play again. This one sky back and out of play. And 4 fields of action going on here at Sand Creek.
People have to keep their head on a swivel here because foul balls are coming from everywhere.
Raina Schlenker digs in, looks at 2-2 from Sam Lom. This one fouled off and out of play on the left field side. Couldn't hold back, and that is strike 3. Schlenker chases a rising fastball up out of the zone, and that's out number 2 for Sam Lom.
And what a big strikeout that is for Lom, number 25 on the season. You know, she's just pitched 30 1/3 innings because we talked about it. She played all year. She played in center field the majority of the year, but didn't pitch. He's used sparingly.
Well, and 2 more young pitchers for the Cardinals stepped up and filled the void nicely in Elia Johnson and Becca Masteler.
Right, and that was huge because they got them to this point in the season where Lom's feeling pretty good back on the mound.
High and wide to Backman, and it's a 2-0 hole for Lom. Trying to answer a 1-2-3 in the top half of the first inning. This one hit well toward left, a diving almost catch by Alex Wright. The throw to second, and they got her. A single for Backman, but she tries to stretch it and make 2. An admirable effort by Alex Wright in left. Either way, the Tornadoes go in order, and we go to the second with no score. You're watching the Section 7 4A softball tournament on CTN. What a way to end an inning for number one here in the Section 7 4A tournament. Caitlin Bagman, a two-out single, a great effort by Wright. She flips it up to Care with a cannon to second. And there to sweep the tag is Meg Scheck. And the Tornadoes come up empty in their half of inning number one.
Yeah, I was going to say just how important defense is in this game, and it showed there by just a great heads-up play. Right to flip the ball to Care, and then and as you mentioned, the gun over to the bag at second to get her before she could reach the bag.
Well, just a beautiful play all around. Great effort from Wright. Knocks it down. Has the presence of mind to flip it up to a teammate with good foot position. She fires it on, and it's done perfectly from start to finish. Meg Scheck takes a pitch up high, 1-0 from Peyton Zach. Took a little something off and clipped the lower corner, 1-1.
Nice pitch there. Meg's hitting .467 as she steps to the plate. And Cardinals, you're really doing a nice job this season at the plate, both hitting for average and power.
This one grounded up the middle. King will field, throw across. Jindra, the stretch and the catch. One down.
Relatively routine play for Jenna King, the shortstop for the Tornadoes. Big first out for Anoka.
And digging in is designated player Elia Johnson. Outstanding sophomore season for this young lady. Has a team record in home runs and was selected as player of the week on the softball hub. Swigs under a rising fastball. It's a 1-1 count from Peyton Zach.
Yeah, she's having a nice, we talked about filling in early pitching and a nice season at the plate, hitting .389, but with 7 home runs and 24 runs batted in.
Try to get her to go after something down under the zone, and Johnson not offering. 2-1.
You have 3 players in this Cardinal squad with 20 or more RBI in the season.
Yeah, everybody's been hitting the cover off the ball. The team record coming into the season, I believe, was 7 home runs.
No, it was 3.
No, for a single player.
Oh,
the
okay.
team record, I believe, was 7.
Yeah.
And as a team, I don't know where they're at, in the mid-teens at least. Another good fastball from Peyton Zach gets her back even in the count, 2-2.
21 home runs on the season so far.
That's amazing.
Yep.
Triple the power hitting than the program has ever seen.
Well, and 7 of those from E, who's just a sophomore.
Meg Scheck, a big contributor.
Yep.
Graham's put a couple across.
Yep, Meg will be back again next year. She's
Pitch is
got 5.
low, and it's a walk for Johnson.
So look at Zach Nienaber, head coach for the Coon Rapids Cardinals, really has done a nice job of building this program.
Well, I'm really proud of the team he's able to field this season. They have been outstanding. Kennedy Care can't quite catch up to the Zach fastball. It's 0-1. Kerr drops a push bunt down. Little flip from Zach to Jindra for the out. Johnson over to second on the sacrifice. But now 2 away.
Playing a little small ball, trying to advance the runner. See if also they can catch the Tornado defense off guard a little bit, but Zach did a nice job of coming off the mound, making sure she got that out to first.
Well, if Lom's able to get it, or Kerr's able to get it past the pitcher, Zach, she likely beats it out.
I agree.
But a good play off the pitch by Zach. Down in the dirt to Jade Gomez. Easy take with a runner in second position at second base.
Jade hitting .246. She has 3 homers on the season.
Also tying the previous season record for an individual. Got a little piece of that, but it ends up in the glove of Backman.
Oh, nice pitch.
Right at the knees, and Zach ahead in the count 1-2. Trying to leave that walk stranded. Only base runner thus far of the ball game. Gomez swings and misses, a big strikeout for Peyton Zach. Midway through the first, no score. You're watching Section 7 4A softball on CTN.
Live with a human for a while and you get to know a few things. Like, I know she's actually not a morning person. I know she does strange tricks for no treats. I know that water makes her howl like crazy. I even know how the floor stays so clean. She's quick. But the one thing I will never for the life of me know is how she gets so tiny and inside that box. Natalie, how do you get so tiny?
Sand Creek Park, host of the second round of the Section 7 4A tournament. Coon Rapids and Anoka, the number 2 and 3 seeds, trying to stay undefeated in this double elimination tournament. Nice play by Sheck, moving back at second base. First pitch is a pop-up out by Jenna King.
Yeah, we were talking about earlier, defense is going to be so important here for both these teams. According to Coach Jezinoski, 2 of their 4 losses came by the fact that the defense for Anoka committed some errors where they had made a clean play, may have won those games.
Couple of very nice outs by defensively on back-to-back pitches. First, the play, the very rare 7-6-4 put out to end the first inning, and then the pop-up to second. Tonsager chops it foul. It's 1-1.
Yeah, and she's hitting .320 as she steps to the plate. You know, both these teams obviously want to stay clean in the field.
Up and out of the zone, 2-1. This one's skied back and out of play.
All the spectators very aware around these 4 fields that
there are 3 other games.
Yes, and they're letting everybody know when there's a foul ball coming. Of course, you and I probably would never hear it, and it hit one of us in the back of the head.
This one hit well toward the gap in left center. Long run, and it's gone. Lexi Tonsager starts the scoring with a solo home run.
And that's her first home run of the season.
Good time for that to happen. Let's give her second-seeded Tornadoes a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the second inning.
And I didn't think that ball at first was going out, but it
was hit very well.
Yeah, it did, and it carried.
It's hard to judge exactly where that fence line is when you're sitting in here with another fence, another 20 yards beyond it. Good pitch from Kerr to start Jindra out 0-1. Well, and that was the difference in the Coon Rapids Anoka game this season is each team had 2 home runs in the game. Cardinals hitting solo shots, and the Tornadoes getting their big swings with runners on base.
Now Kelsey Gindra looking for her first hit of the season. She's only had a couple at bats for this squad. Nice pitch on the outside.
Pitch.
Yeah.
Gets Lam ahead. They count 1-2. Gindra fouls that one back to the backstop. Keeps the count at 1-2.
Well, it'll be interesting to see if these pitchers continue to pitch the way they are. This could obviously be a low-scoring contest, and that first run of the game for Anoka, we'll see how that plays as this game unfolds. But both teams good hitters, both teams score runs, so we'll see.
Up and out of the zone, count is even. Great off-speed pitch, completely corkscrews Kelsey Gindra for out number 2, and a great response from Sam Lam after giving up the home run.
Yeah, you know, it just builds that back up in you after giving up that home run, but what a pretty pitch that was. Just, Gindra had no opportunity.
Number 7 hitter, Gina Wilson. Up and out of the zone.
Gina hitting .077 on the season, 13 at-bats.
This one grounded to the left side, scooped by Byrne. Plenty of time to Gomez, and that's out number 3. One big swing of the bat, though, has the Tornadoes in front 1-0 as we move to the 3rd inning on CTN.
This is the moment I knew. His future had no boundaries.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
Michael Adams?
Here.
Michael Adams?
Here.
Michael Adams.
Michael Adams.
Students who miss 18 days of school in any grade risk falling behind and not graduating. Absences add up. Keep track at boostattendance.org today.
Back at Sand Creek Park, start of the 3rd inning. Anoka now leading 1-0 off the one-out home run by designated player Lexi Tonsager. Big cut from Julia Byrne, but she comes up empty on the first pitch of the 3rd.
Julia hitting a .189 on the season. One of those batters that Coach Nene would like to see get back on a little bit more here in the section playoffs.
One fouled back, 0-2. Pitch outside evens the count.
Julia being patient at the plate, waiting for her offering.
This one hit relatively well to left. Going back is Schlenker and makes the catch. Not too far in front of the screen. A good ride for Julia Byrne, but nothing but a long out.
Yeah, she did get a hold of that pitch. Not quite the more of the line drive that Tonsager's home run was. That ball hung up a little bit more.
Strong breeze away from being
true
a tying home run, however. Aaron Uland, the right fielder, will come in. That pitch up out of the zone, but Uland goes after it, 0-1. Popped up left side. Underneath it is Hasbrook. She makes the catch. And 2 outs. Cardinals flip back to the top of the order. Schmelzer out on a weird one as she fouled it and it hit her while in fair territory. This one chopped and fouled just out of the reach of Hasbrook at third.
Yeah, looking to slap that one by Hasbrook. Infield playing in.
1-1 to Schmelzer. Runs through that one. It's 1-2. That's strike 3. End of an inning. Nice start for Peyton Zach. Her Tornadoes back at the dish with a 1-0 lead when we return on CTN.
Checking your fantasy league?
Nah, just my 401k statement.
Nice. Where'd you find the money for that?
I just been saving a little every month.
I can't seem to save anything.
Well, what about all this? What about the money you're spending?
What money? It's gone before I can get my hands on it.
I got a pizza for a Todd.
Hey, can somebody spot me?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind.
It's 547.
Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
It's a beautiful day out here. Sunny today with light breezes, giving way to clouds in the afternoon. We could see some light precipitation to moderate precipitation later on, followed by powerful storm-like conditions. 90 miles per hour winds are expected. Authorities are asking everyone, stay indoors. Come on, that's it. Let's go.
Hot day at the ballpark.
Hot day is
sunny,
right.
Not a cloud in the sky. Field's in great shape after a solid rain yesterday afternoon. Plenty of time for the fields to dry out as we move through the second and third rounds of this double elimination tournament. Popped up.
That's yours, Jan.
It's going to just get over and out of play. Ducking, covering, and everybody's safe.
Wow. I'm on that sit in the sun and sweat diet. It seems to be working. I'll take off about 10 pounds by the time this day is over.
Well, we are hoping to only call one game because the winner's game moves to field number 1 as we are on field number 2.
Correct. So we are.
Should Anoka be victorious, however, we will
sweat some more.
Follow with the Cardinals' second game. This one out of play off the top of the John and hopefully not into anyone's teeth.
That would not be good.
2 foul balls from Hasbrook to start.
Well, Dave Emmy valiantly raised his arm.
He did make an effort to try and protect the porta
potty.
potty.
It almost went up right over his. I don't know if he was protecting the porta potty or protecting him.
This one up out of play to our right. And spooking some fans along the back of the other dugout.
You know, I thought they were giving away hard hats as they entered the door because it could be dangerous here at the ballpark with foul balls coming from every direction.
Goes up after this one and fouls it off the other way. She's just spraying them everywhere. 0-2, but technically 0-4. Hasbrook wants to get the Tornadoes their first base runner. This one hit well right side. It will drop in front of Uland and a solid single to start, and that is their first base runner of the ball game. 2 hits previous, 1 in each inning. One ended the first on a great defensive play. Caught the Tornadoes trying to stretch 2. The other hit A home run from Tonsager in the second, and that is the difference in the ballgame. Aaron Micklin, the number 9 hitter, will be the first to look down for signs of what they want to do with a runner on and nobody out. This one foul and rolls over toward Byrne and the Anoka dugout. We're going to keep going at 0-2. Outside. Now it's 0-2.
Well,
nothing but strikes in the inning so far for Sam Law.
Just got handed a note from Mike Burlingame. End over 8. I can't read his writing. Not sure who that is. 1. I got to look and see who they're playing. Is it Centennial? I couldn't remember who they were playing. End of 2. So Andover hitting the ball.
Those teams trying to keep their season alive at this point.
Yes.
Cardinal faithful thought that Micklin turned the bat, and yes, she did as they appeal, and that is strike number 3.
That's a big one. If you're Coon Rapids, obviously you want to avoid damage here. You're down 1-0, plenty of time, and you hit the ball well, but outs are important, quite obviously.
Back to the top of the order, Peyton Zach grounded out to short her first time up. That pitch way up out of the zone. Zach would like to help her own cause, the opposing pitcher, with good start to her game, 3 scoreless innings. Only base runner allowed is on a walk. This one hit high to shallow center. Coming in on it is Schmelzer. She makes the catch and makes sure to chase Hasbrook back to first.
Yeah, it looked like she was hesitant a little bit coming in for it, but she did make a nice play on the ball and looking right at the bag of the first bag. No opportunity for anybody to advance on that out.
Raina Schlenker slaps this one down the third base line. It's a fair ball and out of the reach of right. It's going to be a double for Schlenker. And that puts 2 in scoring position with 2 down.
Yeah, she just chopped that one over third base, found the green in front of right.
Spun out of fair territory and just out of her reach. That's a big hit.
Huge.
And Katie Backman singled on a fly ball just out of the reach of right. In left, this one hit more solidly. Right backing up on it will make the catch. And that is out number 3, so the Tornadoes threaten, but don't add to their lead here in the third. It's 1-0 going to the fourth. You're watching Section 7 4A softball on CTN.
Hart, what's going on? I'm leaving. Why? What did I do? Not enough. You constantly ignore me. You barely eat anything healthy. You're half as active as you used to be. The pressure is just too much. I quit. Okay, I get it. I'll do better. Just, please, don't leave. Okay. But remember, if I go, you go.
Listen to your heart. Don't let it quit on you. Uncontrolled high blood pressure could lead to stroke, heart attack, or death. Get yours to a healthy range before it's too late.
Ballerina.
Sometimes all it takes to be a dad is remembering how to be a kid again. Take time to be a dad today.
We got a good one. Pressure cooker under the hot summer sun.
Yes.
At Sand Creek.
Well,
both teams trying to stay undefeated in this double elimination tournament. Anoka a 1-0 lead as we start the fourth.
Well, we knew coming in this was going to be a good one. Both teams have competed well this season. Anoka winning an earlier contest 8-4. in a game that the Cardinals definitely had some chances in.
For the Cardinals, a good part of their order to start this fourth inning. Sam Lom looks at strike number one.
Yeah, really, with Lom, Graham, Scheck, and Johnson coming up, you've got some good hitters and certainly some power there.
Slap this one down the third base line. Long run, but out of the reach of King in foul territory.
Well, Jenna King did a nice job. Good hustle to try and get there. Just out of the reach of her glove.
Trying to start the inning with what Raina Schlenker was able to do with 2 out in the bottom of the third. Find that spot between short and left. Turn on the Jets. This pitch down to the dirt. Easy take for Lom. But Zach, without any pressure really, heading the count 1-2. Lom able to get a piece of it. Fouls back off the mask of Backman. 1-2.
You know, we talked about certainly Sam's speed, and it's important for the Cardinals to get her on the base pass because she can help you when she's there. And we've talked about how aggressive Coon Rapids, when they get runners on base, are.
Slaps this one foul over toward the Anoka dugout. It'll stay 1-2. Looking for something she can put in play and find some green. Lots and lots of room in right center.
Oh, lots.
This one high on the left side, and reaching back for it at the last moment is Jenna King.
And she got underneath that one.
And that is 2 pop-ups for Sam Lom. 4 of the first 10 outs for the Cardinals on pop-ups. So not making very good contact against Peyton Zach. Only base runner here with 1 out in the fourth was a walk to Elia Johnson back in the second. This one hit well toward right. Charging in is Micklin. She's there. And there are 2 down.
First pitch swing there. Again, just really a lazy fly to right field, as you talked about. Micklin just coming in a few steps to make the catch.
Meg Scheck wants a big 2-out hit. Pitch is inside, 1-0. A speed pitch. Flips the corner though, 1-1. Just misses down and in, 2-1.
Yeah, just patience at the plate there by Scheck, as that ball didn't miss by much.
This one popped back off the top of the Cardinal dugout. And the count moves to 2-2. Goes low, and Scheck goes with it. Tough play from deep in the hole, and Wilson gets the throw to Jindra just in time to beat Meg Scheck down the line and keep the Cardinals hitless through 4. Anoka leads 1-0 midway through this Section 7 4A tournament game.
Here's your check.
Oh, you got it.
You know, since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Okay. Got it. No.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early. You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Don't look at me. Your hair's a bit frizzy today.
Oh, you should pick that up.
Oh, you're such a dork. Loser. Here, let me help you with that. Oops.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Oh, look. Your crush is looking at you. Poor you.
They want to help, but don't know how.
See, no one here's gonna help you, because no one
Teach your
likes you.
kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
Strong defensive play in the infield for Anoka. Makes it another 1-2-3 inning for their pitcher, Peyton Zach. And a good part of their order coming up here to start the fourth.
You know, certainly Cardinals, as you talked about, looking for that first base hit, and I know that concerns Coach Nienaber a little bit, especially the quality of hitting of this Cardinal club.
4, 5, and 6, the scheduled hitters. That includes designated plate Alexi Teinsager, who went yard to give us our only run to this point. 2-0 to King. And 3-0.
Now pressure pitch here for Lom. She's in danger of losing her.
And a 4-pitch walk, the first given up by Sam Lom, that's a tough time to do it to the leadoff runner, bringing up Teinsager, who had the 1-out home run her first time up. Up out of the zone, and it's 1-0. Lom, who came out throwing nothing but strikes to start the third, struggling just a bit here to start inning number 4. That's a good pitch. Teinsager taking all the way is want to make sure the pitcher can find the zone before you offer.
Oh, it's important to. And again, you see her power. You don't want to give her anything she can groove.
This one back and out of play. And the reflexes on our audience are spectacular. Oh, and a strong relay through the Cardinal crowd. It's amazing.
And the throws to home. It's out.
The ball will eventually make it back to the umpire. 1-1 pitch from Sam Lom. This one hit hard through the hole on the left side. And a 2-on with nobody out for Anoka, trying to build on a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Nice piece of hitting there is, she hit it right past Byrne, right? I should say right in between Byrne and Kerr.
No chance for either player.
No, ball hit solidly.
Now Kelsey Jindra tried to push a bunt, but missed. 0-1. Oh, 2 bunt out of play for Kelsey Jindra. 2 on, nobody out here. Bottom of the 4th. Lom. And it's grounded down the line, out of the reach of Byrne. Lead runner will come home and score. An RBI single. They've got the runner caught off between second and third. It's going to be Byrne tracking down Teinsager and getting out number 1. And Teinsager took a tumble over the bag and is slow to get up.
No, she's okay. But that throw from Byrne past Gomez, allowing the runner to get to, and Jindra getting to second.
Okay, I missed how the runner got to second.
It was Byrne threw it over Gomez. Trying to get her back, coming back to the bag. Threw it through her.
So Jindra moves over to second. I was just trying to figure out, I know that Byrne was the last one to touch it before recording the out on Tonsager, but touched a lot of hands.
Yes.
Started in left, went 7, 2, 4, 5, I believe. This one popped up in the infield. Easy play for Sheck coming in. She'll just hand it back to her pitcher, and that's a big second out.
Yeah, it's huge. Now you just worry about the hitter at the plate and get out of this inning with just the one run.
Up out of the zone. Hasbrook singled and made it to third before being left stranded back in the third inning. Trying to keep something continuing for the Tornadoes. This one popped up, may stay in play. Chance and a scoop catch for Abby Graham in front of her own dugout. Will end the inning, but a couple of hits. Another run scored. Anoka leads 2-0 as we go to inning number 5.
Jimmy can't sing, and Tommy can't dance. So we're gonna put some ants in their pants. Aww.
Kids will spend 22 minutes watching us, the super duper party troopers, sing about ants in their pants.
Isn't that funny? Ants in their pants, they've got ants in their pants, they've got ants in their pants.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes, twice a day. They have the time.
It looks to be the two sweaty guys.
Is that my sweaty
behind home
side?
plate.
Is that my sweaty side?
I think every side is the sweaty side. I don't know what the temp is, but
It's 106.
Not that warm. But we are sitting on blacktop in a scorching summer sun on Saturday morning of Memorial Day weekend.
But I'm very proud of you because you put lotion on, suntan lotion.
Elia Johnson leading off the inning for the Cardinals. Looks at a strike right on the inside edge. And Peyton Zach trying to stay hot.
Well, Coach Desanoski said she's been pitching really well the last couple outings since she came back.
Johnson got a piece, but it's back to the backstop, 0-2. And a 3-pitch strikeout for Peyton Zach to start the inning, her third strikeout of the game.
And that high heat up in the zone. Johnson committed. Big swing and a miss.
Starts Kennedy Kerr out 0-1.
And she's been dominant. She's Zach I'm talking about on the mound so far. Been pitching well. Out of velocity.
Rising fastball up out of the zone, and Kerr backs away from it, 1-1. Off-speed pitch, called a strike. And Zach has been very successful with that changeup low and away to the right-handed hitters. Fastball, foul back. This one hits solidly, but right at Wilson, knocks it down, flips it over to Jindra. And there are 2 away.
Yeah, that ball was hit so hard at her, even though she didn't catch it plenty of time to get the runner.
Bring up Jade Gomez with 2 away. Strikeout victim first time up. This one spun weakly to third. Easy play for Hasbrook in another 1-2-3 inning. For Peyton Zach and the Tornadoes, they lead 2-0 midway through the 5th.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
So far, the Tornadoes have done some damage. A solo home run by Lexi Tonsager in the bottom of the 2nd inning. And then they string together a couple of hits and push another run across in the bottom of the 4th. Meanwhile, Peyton Zach, through 5 innings, has allowed just 1 base runner, a 1-out walk in the 2nd inning that she left stranded 2 batters later.
Yeah, she's been the key for Anoka here so far this afternoon, or this morning, I should say. And because of the way she's pitched from the mound, really have kept these Coon Rapids hitters at bay. And they're going to have to find a way to get some runs here because they're running out of opportunities.
Well, and Coach Nienaber said before the game, either we're hitting or we're not right. Going to win a lot of 2-0 and 3-1 games. See, and we didn't have our heads on a swivel for that one, which came, fortunately, all the way out of play. But we have the excuse that we are wearing headphones.
Exactly. We're hoping other people protect us.
Erin Micklin, the number 9 hitter, leading off for Anoka. Slow roller to the right side, and she beats it out for an infield single. A little swinging bunt single for Erin Micklin. And a great way for the Tornadoes to turn back to the top of the order.
Yeah, just a heads-up base hit by Micklin. As she pushed it past Lom. Not any opportunity for Scheck to come out and get her in time. That's a nice base hit. And the one thing Coon Rapids cannot afford is some additional scoring here in this inning by Anoka.
Good pitch to start Peyton Zach out 0-1. Zach 0 for 2 with a ground out and a fly out. Shows bunt, pushes it down nicely. Lom will play it easily over to Scheck, covering it first. Solid sacrifice. Moves the runner to second with 1 away.
Yeah, they'll be happy to play a little small ball and bring home an additional run. Continue to try and get some insurance here in the bottom of the 5th.
Big swinging strike from Raina Schlenker. Had the 2-out double down the left field line last time up. Pitch down to the dirt. Nice stop by Graham, but heads up running. Will get Micklin over to third base, 60 feet away, with another insurance run for Anoka.
And
now a hit to the outfield for Schlenker. Could become the second sacrifice of the inning.
Yeah, Mickle got a good jump off second base.
This one hit well to left, going back, and this one is gone. A 2-run home run for Raina Schlenker, and the Tornadoes have doubled their lead to 4 in the bottom of the 5th.
And that's what happened to him last game, is Anoka did a nice job of getting the long ball with a runner on base. And she's able to put that one out, pitch up a little bit in the zone, and Schlenker made her pay as she drilled that one over the left field wall. Not much of a wall.
Fence.
Fence. Short fence.
And the Tornadoes up on their feet, excited in the dugout as their lead has grown, and their pitcher to this point has been an unsolvable riddle for the Cardinal hitters.
So far.
And they are going to replace Sam Lom. Becca Mastler will come on and pitch for the Cardinals. We'll take a short break. Be back with more from Sand Creek Park. You're watching CTN's coverage of the Section 7 4A softball tournament.
Babies require persistence, patience, a sense of humor, and protection. That's why nearly all parents choose immunization. It's safe, proven protection against 14 serious diseases like measles and whooping cough. So give your baby the recommended vaccines before age 2 and get a little help in the protection department. For more reasons to immunize, talk to your child's doctor or go to cdc.gov/vaccines.
I think Schmeltzer moved to...
Back at Sand Creek Park, Becca Mastler will come on in. 1 out in the inning, 2 runs across on a 2-run home run for Raina Schlenker. Tornadoes' second home run of the game.
And Mastler is one of those pitchers you were talking about earlier who came in the beginning of the season when Lam wasn't able to pitch.
Good off-speed pitch right there to even the count at 1-1.
She comes in with a 4-run record and a 2.60 earned run average. She's had, you're right, she's had a nice year.
She's been very solid,
very
just
solid.
a freshman. And again, it was a freshman and a sophomore that picked up the slack in Lam's absence. And that says really good things about the next couple of years for the Cardinals team. And this one placed perfectly over the head of Sheck. And a 1-out single for Caitlin Backman, her second hit of the ballgame.
Yeah, Anoka's, I've been impressed with Anoka. They've certainly impressed with Peyton Zach, but their hitting, they've been able to put some hits together. And as you talked about, a couple of long balls, a single shot and a 2-run shot. They've been able to build that lead.
Called strike for Mastler. And ahead in the count, 0-1 to Jenna King. King walked and scored in the 4th. It's a good pitch, just missing down and in, 1-1. This one up high and fouled off to the left side by King, 1-2.
I think that when the breeze comes in and blows directly in, feels good.
Yes. Off-speed pitch, hit hard back at Kerr. She flipped. Sheck has won the relay, not in time. But they get the lead run and a big second out.
Again, now with 2 away, you worry about the hitter at the plate just trying to get out of this inning. Of course, the hitter coming up in Tonsager was the one that hit that 1-run, that single shot earlier in this game.
2 for 2. She got caught off in the middle on that weird scoring play in the 4th inning. Got hung up between first and second. or second and third, rather. Swings and misses. Nice looking pitch right there from Masteler.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about all the youth in this pitching staff for Coon Rapids. All 3 pitchers underclassmen.
This one popped up left side in foul territory. Byrne makes the catch and ends the inning, but a 2-run bomb for Raina Schlenker, and Anoka leads 4-0 as we head to the 6th on CTN.
Kids will spend 15 minutes watching online videos like this one.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes twice a day. They have the time.
Knock on my door. Great start so far for Peyton Zach. It's 1 base runner allowed, a walk back in the 2nd inning. Starts the 6th. 3 strikeouts, a lot of pop-ups for the Cardinals. They really have not been able to put a good hit on the ball from Zach, but a couple of times, well, there were well-hit balls her defense turned into outs.
Yes, and they have.
But for the most part, she has been a riddle the Cardinals have yet to find the answer to. Julia Byrne will lead off inning number 6, and she can't quite catch up with the fastball. 0-1.
Yeah, Zach's really in a groove, and as a pitcher, once you're in a groove, it's certainly a mental thing, and she feels that she has control on every pitch.
And now watches the count go even. Byrne is one that hit the ball pretty hard against Zach, but Raina Schlenker able to reel it in for an out. This one spun foul and out of play.
I think it's cooling down, said no one.
I was going to ask if you were that delusional. This one fouled back to the backstop. Byrne stays alive. That was not one trying to just put it in play. She was trying to put the Cardinals on the board. A lot of power in that swing. Another 1-2 pitch. And this time Byrne able to hold off and take ball 2. They check down, and the umpire says, no, man. They did not go around. 2-2. Down low and a full count. Right fielder Evan Uland, the on-deck batter, and then the Cardinals go back to the top of the order, and Byrne got a piece of it, but the squeeze by Backman means strike 3. Out number 1.
Yeah, those are some of the things that happened to the Cardinals there. Just got that piece of that ball, but Backman doing a nice job of hanging on to it.
Abby Farrells will actually come in to take this at bat for the Cardinals. 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning. It's Abby Carls.
Abby hitting .281 on the season, getting an opportunity to bat.
Fastball in for a strike, and Zach just challenging the new hitter. 0-1. Down and in. Carls fouls it back. 1-2. swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the sixth for Peyton Zach.
I think she's getting stronger as this game continues.
She's got 3 strikeouts in the last 5 batters. 5 in the game. Back to the top of the order for the Cardinals. Cam Schmelzer fouls it back. 0-2 for the day. Struck out her last time up. This one chopped to short. King with the throw just in time. Good stretch by Jindra, and another 1-2-3 inning for Zach and the Tornadoes. They tried to add a little more cushion in what they hope will be their last at bat of this round of the playoffs. Bottom of the 6th after this on CTN.
Sweetheart. Can I give you a hand?
No thanks, Dad. I got it.
Okay. I'm gonna go fix the lamp in your room.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of children in foster care who will take you just as you are.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
Back at Sand Creek Park, round 2 of the section playoffs. The Cardinals and the Tornadoes. Anoka a 4-0 lead here as we bat in the bottom half of the 6th. 2 big bombs from Anoka on offense. Cardinals still looking for their first hit. Just 1 base runner allowed as they go towards their 7th inning. This one popped up right near pitcher. Kerr comes in to make the catch. It's out number 1.
Yeah, and definitely the way this Anoka team's playing, and certainly the way that Zach has been pitching, Cardinals are going to get down to the last 3 outs. It's going to make it very difficult for them to try and climb back into this game.
Gina Wilson, a ground ball and a pop-up. This one hit well to right, backing off and making the catch is Ulan. And that's out number 2. 2 very quick outs for Becca Mastler, and the Cardinals need that.
Actually, that's Schmelzer in 13 in left and right field. I think our official misled us.
As long as you got it figured out, Shapiro, I'll believe you.
I happen to see the 13 on the back.
Foul over toward the feet of head coach Tony Jesinoski.
Actually, Uland is in left field. So they did switch that up.
That makes sense. They needed a double switch to bring in a new pitcher.
Yep.
Sam Lom now in center. One foul back out of play. Speed outside, 2-2. Big swinging strikeout and a nice inning from Mastler. On in relief, but Can the Cardinals offense come to life in the top of the seventh inning? I'll get it figured out.
Eventually.
Can they get the offense figured out in the bottom of the seventh inning? They've got the meat of their order due up. That's coming up next on CTN.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds.
Back in Sand Creek on a sweaty Saturday morning to start the Memorial Day weekend. Second round action of the Section 7 4A softball tournament. And Anoka, a couple of home runs and an untouchable pitcher, have a 4-0 lead as we enter the seventh.
Yeah, the story has been Peyton Zach for Anoka. Granted, a couple of home runs hit by the batters for the Tornadoes, but the fact that she's been so dominant from the mound, keeping this pretty good hitting ball club on their heels.
Well, the meat of the order due up for the Cardinals, but they have not found success. Sam Lom, 2 pop-ups to short. Abby Graham, a pop-up behind home plate, and a decently hit fly ball to right field. This one high towards center. Plenty of time for Bright to get underneath it. And that is out number 1.
A relatively quick first out here for the Cardinals in the top of the 7th.
Now Abby Graham. Meg Scheck on deck. Scheck a couple of ground balls in her 2 at-bats. But Zach is feeling it. She starts Graham with a strike. This one, little half swing, check swing foul off out of play over the Coon Rapids dugout. It's 0-2.
Well, Zach certainly can feel it here in this situation.
Well, she's just 1 over the minimum.
Yeah.
She has been masterful. And a called 3rd strike. That's the first of her 6 strikeouts that has not been swinging. That's a big second out.
It is.
Brings up Meg Scheck.
Down to the last one.
This one hit hard, and the Cardinals are not going to yield and give up the shutout. They're going to come back and try and start something. Meg Scheck, a 2-out single in the top of the 7th inning, or double.
Little 2-out rally for the Coon Rapids Cardinals, and that was a solid base hit, the first one.
Breaks up the no-hitter, and now Elia Johnson, a walk and a strikeout.
Puts a little pressure on the sophomore.
Down in the dirt. Nice stop behind the plate by Backman. No chance for Scheck to try and scuttle the 3rd. That didn't miss by much, but it's 2-0. Speed pitch, and that's been working really well for Peyton Zach all game long.
Yeah, and E knew that, shook her head, she knew that. Trying to keep this game and inning alive.
This one foul, out of play. Evens the count at 2-2. down and away at a full count. He said 2-2.
He did say 2-2.
See, I missed one once, and now I'm ahead of pitch. Swung on and missed. A huge strikeout, number 7 for Peyton Zach, and a one-hit shutout. She was spectacular.
Yeah, tough way for the Cardinals to lose this first game here in the section tournament, but obviously it's double elimination, so you're not counted out at this point. But Anoka, you give them credit. Did a nice job. Got the timely hitting when they needed it, and Peyton Zach was very, very dominant from the mound here this morning.
Yeah, really kept the Cardinals from ever getting anything going. Nope. Just one base runner until 2 out in the 7th. And so the Cardinals now must fight to stay alive if they will hope to come back in this Section 7 4A tournament. Anoka, one of the last 2 teams undefeated. We want to thank everybody out there for joining us. Continue to support everything we do here at CTN. And again, the final score from Sand Creek Park, it's Anoka 4, Coon Rapids 0. I thank everybody out there for joining us. Continue to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including Howie Shapiro, I'm Joe Young saying goodnight.